Alex makes decent money. He shows up to work every day. He pays his bills on time. He does everything he's supposed to do. So why does he have $47 in his account 3 days before payday? It didn't happen all at once. There was no single disaster, no emergency, no unexpected crisis. Just 12 mistakes, some small, some massive, all of them quietly working against him, month after month, year after year. This is a ranking of the financial mistakes most commonly made by Americans, ordered from the least costly to the most damaging. Alex made nearly all of them. 6 months before any of this mattered, Alex landed his first real job, $28,000 a year. To him, that felt like a meaningful income, his first taste of financial independence, and for the first time, real options. But options, without knowledge, are just opportunities to make the wrong choice. And that is exactly what happened. Let's count them down. Alex got his first paycheck. He treated himself. Netflix, obviously. Spotify, naturally. Then a meal kit service, because it looked convenient. A fitness app he saw an ad for. Cloud storage for his photos. A gaming service that had a free trial. A premium news subscription he used twice. Individually, none of them felt like anything. It's $9. What's $9? But added together, Alex was spending nearly $70 a month on subscriptions he barely touched. That is over $800 a year, quietly leaving his account while he slept. This is called subscription creep. The dangerous part? Studies show the average American underestimates their monthly subscriptions by over $100. It won't make Alex rich to cancel them, but it's where the story begins. Because this was mistake number 12, the smallest one. They only get worse from here. A few weeks into his new job, Alex started noticing things. Marcus from accounting just bought a new car. His college friend just got back from Mexico. His neighbor is renovating their kitchen. Alex looked around at his modest apartment and thought, am I behind? That feeling, that quiet, uncomfortable pressure to match what everyone else seems to have is one of the most expensive emotions in human history. Alex started making decisions based on what looked right instead of what was right. He upgraded his phone before his contract ended. He started eating at nicer restaurants because his friends did. He bought new clothes for an image he was building, for people who weren't paying attention. None of these were huge purchases, but together, they cost him hundreds of dollars every single month, chasing a version of his life that only existed in other people's highlight reels. Most people performing wealth aren't wealthy. They're in debt. The neighbor renovating his kitchen? Home equity loan. Marcus's new car? 8-year payment plan. The friend in Cancun? A credit card she's still paying off. Keeping up with others doesn't just cost you money, it costs you time. Every dollar spent performing wealth is a dollar not building it. One evening, Alex found the perfect sneakers. $350. More than he wanted to spend. But then, a little button appeared. 4 payments of $87.50. No interest, no fees. Alex thought, okay, that's basically free money, right? Wrong. Buy now, pay later splits a purchase into smaller chunks over a few weeks. No interest sounds great. And for one purchase, maybe it's fine. But Alex didn't use it once. He used it 4 times in the same month. Sneakers, a jacket, a video game, a Bluetooth speaker. Suddenly, he had 16 separate payments scheduled across 4 overlapping cycles. His account bled money every single week, without him even being able to track where it was going. And the worst part? It's designed to feel harmless. Research shows BNPL users consistently spend more than people who pay up front, simply because the pain of spending feels delayed. Alex didn't buy things he couldn't afford. He bought more things than he would have. That's the trap. One Sunday, Alex's friend showed him a sports betting app. It was slick, easy to use, and his friend had just won $200 on a single game. Alex downloaded it. He won $38 on his very first bet. That feeling, that rush, is not an accident. It's engineered. Gambling apps are built by teams of psychologists and behavioral scientists. The colors, the sounds, the near misses, The small, early wins, all of it is designed to keep you coming back. Alex kept coming back. $20 turned into $50. $50 turned into $200 on a game he was sure about. He lost. Over 3 months, Alex lost around $400. Not catastrophic by itself, but it wasn't just the money. Americans lose over $150 billion to gambling every year. Alex went through 12 years of school. He learned about the American Civil War. He learned about mitochondria. He could find the hypotenuse of a triangle in his sleep. He never, not once, learned how compound interest works, how taxes are calculated, what a credit score actually is, how a paycheck is structured, what investing even means. He graduated knowing a lot of things. None of them were about money. When Alex got his first paycheck, he expected $1,153. He got $863. Nobody had ever explained deductions to him. Federal tax, state tax, FICA, health insurance. Poor financial education isn't just about not knowing things. It's about not knowing what you don't know. Every single mistake on this list exists, at least partly, because of this one. One month, Alex's car broke down. $400 to fix. $120 in his account. Payday 10 days away. On his walk home, he passed a small shop with a bright neon sign. Cash in 10 minutes. He borrowed $400 and agreed to pay back $460 in 2 weeks. $60 for 10 days. That doesn't sound terrible, right? That is the equivalent of a 391% annual interest rate. A credit card, which feels expensive, charges around 20%. A payday loan charges almost 20 times that. Alex paid it back and moved on. He was lucky. Most people aren't. The average payday loan borrower takes out 8 loans a year, not because they keep needing money, because they pay back the loan and then don't have enough left to get through the next 2 weeks, so they borrow again. When Alex was 23, his old car started struggling. He went to a dealership just to look. He walked out with a car payment. The salesman never really talked about the price of the car. He talked about one number. What if I told you this was only $389 a month? Alex thought, okay, I can afford that. What Alex didn't fully process, the loan was 60 months long. The interest rate was 9%. He was paying for a car that would cost him, after interest, over $27,000. A car that started losing value the second it left the lot. The average American car payment in 2026 is over $773 a month. 18 months into his job, Alex noticed something. His salary was the same, but everything around him cost more. Groceries, rent, gas, restaurants, even his streaming services raised their prices. Alex didn't get poorer, but he felt poorer, and in a very real way, he was. This is inflation. Not a market crash, not a crisis, just the slow, steady rise in the cost of everything. Inflation was running at 3%. That means every year, Alex's savings lost real value. He thought he was saving. He was quietly going backward. The mistake isn't inflation itself. Inflation is unavoidable. The mistake is not protecting yourself from it. At 24, Alex got a raise. Not a massive one, but real. About $400 extra a month. For about 3 days, Alex thought about saving it. Then he upgraded his apartment. Then a nicer apartment needed nicer furniture. Nicer furniture made his old wardrobe look out of place. A better wardrobe meant going to better restaurants. Better restaurants meant keeping up with friends who earned more. By the end of the year, Alex was spending every extra dollar he earned. He had a better life, but the same bank account. Lifestyle inflation is the silent killer, because it always hides in the good news. At 25, Alex had managed to save $3,000, and he told himself, I'll start investing when I have more saved, when I feel ready. He waited, and waiting was the most expensive decision he ever made. If Alex starts investing $200 a month at 25, at a 7% average annual return, he has over $500,000 by age 65. Einstein reportedly called it the eighth wonder of the world. Whether he said it or not, the math doesn't lie. The best time to invest was yesterday. The second best time is right now. When Alex got his first credit card, he felt like an adult, a real one. The limit was $1,500. He promised himself he would pay it off every single month. The first month, he paid the full balance. The second month, he paid most of it. The third month, he paid the minimum, $52. I'll catch up next month, he told himself. He didn't catch up next month. He added to it. The card charged 24% annual interest. The balance grew. Alex didn't buy $1,000 of stuff. He bought $1,000 of stuff and then spent years paying for the privilege of having borrowed the money to do it. The average American household carries over $8,000 in credit card debt. Alex was 18 years old when he signed for his student loans. $47,000. The counselor called it an investment. His parents called it necessary. Society called it the obvious, responsible move. Nobody called it what it actually was, a debt with compounding interest that would follow him for the next 2 decades of his life. Alex borrowed $47,000 to earn a degree that got him a $28,000 a year job before taxes. His loan payments began 6 months after graduation, $412 a month, at a 5.5% interest rate on a 20-year repayment plan. Do the math. Alex will repay over $68,000 on a $47,000 loan, more than $21,000 in pure interest, for a decision he made at 18, in a system that handed teenagers 5-figure debt and called it normal. Americans currently hold more than $1.8 trillion in student loan debt. Alex is still 25. He has time. That's the thing nobody says loud enough. Almost every mistake on this list is fixable, or at the very least, preventable going forward. Cancel the subscriptions you forgot about. Stop spending money performing wealth for people who aren't paying attention. Be careful with BNPL. It's designed to make you spend more, not less. Keep gambling where it belongs. Get educated. Even if the school system failed you, the information exists. Find it. Avoid payday loans, no matter what the situation looks like. The math is never on your side. Be intentional about what you drive. A car is a tool, not a trophy. Understand inflation. Your savings sitting still is your savings going backward. Attack your credit card debt. Pay more than the minimum, always. And think carefully, more carefully than anyone told you at 18 before signing for student loans. None of these are moral failures. They are information failures. Alex didn't make them because he was careless or irresponsible. He made them because nobody handed him the map. Now he has one. The financial system was not designed to be easy to navigate. The rules are complicated. The traps are everywhere. And the people selling you the wrong decisions are very, very good at their jobs. But that doesn't mean you can't learn the terrain. And the first step is simply knowing what to avoid.